welcome back to another video on the channel. I have Dakota and TJ here with me today, and we're gonna do Dwight Howard's tier moments. I love Dwight Howard. I think everybody here does. Either funny, he was Superman, dunk contest. We got it all his career stints. So I think it's gonna be a good one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Dwight's one of my favorites of all time, so I think it'd be a fun one. Fun
Yeah,
time.
I nothing but Dwight Howard love over here, so I'm ready to dive into these tiers whenever you're ready, Yusuf.
Yeah, let's kick it off. So I mean, we're all introduced to us. Orlando. Orlando's the first stint. I guess I'm starting off with Orlando. I think it's iconic. I think it's his best stint. I think he was a top 75 player there. What, 3 or 4 time defensive player of the year? So I stay iconic for Orlando.
I agree. Led them to the NBA Finals. I agree with everything you said about it. Yeah, I think it's iconic.
Yeah, I think it's iconic as well. I don't know that he actually made the All NBA 75 team. I think that was one of the people that I think should be in that wasn't, but totally agree that he should be. Yeah, that stint was awesome, man. No one expected him to lead a team past LeBron and get to the finals against Kobe, and hell, they even took a game off him. A lot of people thought they'd get swept. But yeah, I definitely think it's iconic. It's the most memorable Dwight Howard for sure.
All right, Houston stint, time with James Harden. I think this is good. I think he was still that player, but just not on the same level as he was in Orlando. I say good here. I mean, decent stint. They may have made it to the second or third round of the playoffs. Maybe a Western Conference Finals, probably not. But I think this is good.
It seemed like it didn't work or fit sometimes with that team as well. So he was very good there, but it could have been better, a lot better with James Harden.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Good. I think this is kind of honestly a little bit of an indictment of James Harden. I think we know now that James King, it was the, ball dominant player that he is. But looking back 10 years ago, we thought, two superstars kind of combining, this team should win a championship or at least compete higher than they did. They did make one Western Conference Finals. But overall, I just think it's good. I mean, there's not too much to remember about this stint except for the fact that Dwight wanted to get out of there as fast as he got there.
Nah, for sure. And then next we have his Lakers stint, the first one with Kobe Bryant. I'm really almost leaning to trash, and this will probably be the lowest thing I rate anything. Like he was supposed to be like the next, like him joining Shaq. I think Powell was still there, or Powell wasn't there yet. Powell, dang, still had Powell, and then they shipped Bynum out.
Nash.
Yeah, Nash. Like this team was supposed to perform. It was like, oh, this is the roster: 2-time MVP, Kobe MVP, Powell an All Star. Dwight Howard's just supposed to fill in this role, and then they're just gonna go off and run. And it was, I just think this run was very bad.
I agree. It never worked out. We don't know what it was, but it never worked out.
Yeah, I have to completely agree here. It's clearly the Kobe Dwight dynamic was never going to take off, and you can blame either one of them. I don't really care which one you want to blame, but it just never worked. They were the 7th seed and got swept in round one, and that was a championship or bust team. Like if the Chiefs this year went out and lost in round one, that's a failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, that's and obviously they weren't the Chiefs, but like that's what they were thinking they were going to be, as some sort of dynasty. So this is trash.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The Lakers stint with Kobe trash, but let's move on to this next Lakers stint here with LeBron. I'm gonna go good. He wasn't Superman or himself or that elite player, but I think he found a role that worked with him and resonated with him as a player, and they won a title. I mean, what, he went and signed with Philly after that, but that was bad. But I think this is good. A title always, at least to me, is good.
I agree. He found a role, and it helped the team win.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 for 3 again. I mean clearly he wasn't the Dwight Howard of old, but they needed him, especially with those matchups in Jokic, and they wish they had his ass in the next few years because he still could have contributed for them recently. So, and maybe he will go back. We were talking about that earlier, but yeah, I definitely think this is good. Finally gets a championship ring. Maybe not the fashion he wanted, but hey, you got it.
All right, let's go back to that Orlando stint. This block on Luol Deng, if you haven't seen the clip, you got to see it. The block is massive. I mean, damn near probably sent it to the 5th row. Probably hit a lady in the head. Who knows? But I think this block is all time. Probably one of his best blocks. And the way he used to just soar in the air, I think it's an all time play.
I agree, and I don't know if we have any more blocks on here, so I also want to put it all time because he is an all time block shocker. Yeah, shot blocker.
I was thinking great as far as the play goes, but it's funny. It's like a lot of Dwight's. I think this is all time because he would do this so regularly. He would make it seem common, and it's not common. You don't see blocks like this all the time, and he just you weren't going near the rim with prime Dwight Howard. So, and how many 3 DPOIs? This is definitely all time.
No, for sure. And he would go and block floaters. And like I hadn't even seen Wemby go up there and get floaters yet, and he's even like taller. So I think it just shows the athleticism how he could just make plays and
Yeah, you just tap the floaters higher. I'm like, doesn't make any sense. This one is, I believe, it's Dwight Howard's rookie season. This is an out of bounds play. I'm gonna say it's a tie game with the Spurs, and he rolls off Duncan's shoulder. They throw him a lob. I think it was Heater from the sideline. And to get a buzzer beater dunk ever is pretty cool, but especially over the greatest power forward of all time. To me, I'm calling this all time. I could even argue iconic, but I would at least go all time. This is a great play.
I agree. And how often do you see a buzzer beater dunk?
Never.
Yeah.
yeah. You talked me into all time. I honestly was at great, but do this over Duncan like for a buzzer beater, I'm good with all time as well.
All right, I'll lead us into the next one as well. I kind of think we're all just gonna say the same thing here, but this is Dwight Howard in the dunk contest. Has there ever been a better showman? I'm not saying like the Vince Carter dunks, but just like being happy out there, making you care about All-Star Weekend. This is an iconic, all of them, but especially like the Superman stint. Iconic to me. He definitely, like, we need more of that in the dunk contest. Like, make me give a shit about it, man. And he always did, so definitely iconic to me.
Like the sticker dunk, all of it. Like it's iconic.
Nah, for sure, iconic. Superman is in the building. Nah. But for sure, like, it just made you enjoy the All-Star Weekend. Like, the lob from behind the hoop back around. Like, I forgot about that. That one was, like, I did that so many times on the little hoop after that. It was insane.
I don't know how you did that, by the way, to this day. That's crazy, man. Like, that's such a sick dunk.
Like, so I think this one is for sure iconic. Like, even when like Nate, I think like Nate jumped over him and like Nate wore the kryptonite, like it made someone else be a showman on top of him being a showman. Like it just brought the whole event together.
And he was never sour about it, man. He always just had fun with it. It was never about the trophy. It was always about the night. And I definitely could use a superstar that has fun like that, like Dwight Howard for sure.
I watched this earlier, so I mean, for him to go and get this ball over Porzingis, yeah, he was like a little slender rookie. We get it. But 7'3" and then someone 6'10", 6'11", like jumping over you and just making you fall. I think like he has some crazy dunks, but I think this is an all-time dunk. Like you just don't see many shorter bigs today like go and get the ball over someone that giant. Like no one's doing that to Wemby right now. Maybe like Giannis, I don't even think could do this to Wemby. So like I think it's an all-time moment. We won't see it very often again.
Yeah, I agree. He just put him straight on a poster, and you don't see that, like you said, with smaller centers anymore.
It's weird to call Dwight the small center, but I do know what you mean.
Yeah, like,
I was leaning great. You could talk me into all time. I just feel like maybe I didn't put enough Dwight dunks on here, but I can go all time with you as well. He did posterize Porzingis here, and something about the two-hand poster sometimes it really like you're just bitching a man if you can get both hands on the ball. And there's like another angle of like Porzingis' face after Dwight dunks on him. It's kind of like the Blake Griffin Pau Gasol, and I'm like, and he just looks like he got punished, man. Like, yeah, I can go all time there.
Nah, for sure. And yeah, like you said, the two hands off the rebound, and then like you just see their face like, ugh. Like, those dunks are just phenomenal. Like, it's scary being the guy under the goal, like, for sure. But, hey, I mean, get out the way or get up. Like, that's what I have to say about it.
All right, these next few, we're stepping away from the basketball court, but Dwight Howard was almost as much of a character as he was a basketball player. You can't really see from this picture here, but it's actually an interview he did with Dennis Schroeder, where obviously defenses, we shortened just the letter D, and these two get carried away. It's very corny, I will say, but at the same time, it's what made Dwight Howard Dwight Howard. I'll call it great just because of who it is. Like, if someone else did this, I'm not saying it's that awesome. I would probably trash it, but this is just Dwight being Dwight. And, like, at some point, like, if at that point in his Hawks tenure, like, he probably didn't even care about being in the league some nights. You know what I mean? He was still having fun with basketball. So, yeah, I still think it's a great Dwight Howard moment.
Just the way they're giggling while he's saying it is just so stupid.
They're acting like children.
Yeah.
Like,
He just runs away.
for sure. And for him to be the veteran and like supposed to like help the young guy and like be like media trained already, and to still just joking good, it shows like the true nature of Dwight Howard. Like he's just always gonna have a good time and laugh. So I'm good. I'm good with great on that one. You talked me into that. I was gonna say good or fine, but I think great is good.
Yeah, again, the moment itself isn't that spectacular, but just Dwight being Dwight, like he never stopped being Dwight, even though he's had some rough moments that we won't get into, but still, I still enjoy Dwight Howard to this day. All right, we're gonna continue with some of Dwight's off the court activities here. He and LeBron actually remade a commercial done in the '80s between Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, where they play a game of horse, and the original Jordan and Larry shoot jump shots because Larry says no dunking, and in this one, Dwight says to LeBron no jump shots. The original is iconic. To me, this is not iconic. I would put it in great. You know what I mean? Like, we don't remember this commercial like we remember the first one. But even having the honor, like, we viewed him in the same realm as LeBron James at the time to be the other guy in that commercial. To me, that's pretty great and speaks to how good he actually was at the time. So I would throw this in great.
I was thinking it was an all-time commercial.
Okay.
Just the way those two, like, the crazy dunks they do in the commercial, and then just Larry stealing their food at the end, I thought was a great commercial.
Forgot about the Larry cameo.
I was leaning great as well. I haven't thought about this commercial until we made this tier this tier ranking. So I think it's great. I think it's a good commercial. I think if Dwight's career probably would have aged better, it probably would have made it probably all time for me. Not saying his career is bad, but at this time, yeah. Outside of LeBron, Kobe, it was really him next, and then like creeping up Durant and Melo, Derrick Rose. So I think I'm really good with great on this one.
Yeah, well said there. Again, I think it's the career thing. Like, Dakota's got an argument just because of like, if you want to take the commercial in a vacuum, it's a pretty great commercial too. I mean, it's entertaining. But I think great's a good the right spot for it. And then lastly, to me, these videos right here, I want to say this is 2009 and 2010. Dwight Howard the All-Star Weekend is like pranking people, like prank calling people, like ding dong ditching people, doing impersonations of like Michael Jackson, all these people. This is iconic because this is prime Dwight Howard. Like, if you don't know these videos, then you need to look them up now because this is funny as hell. The videos still hold up because I just watched them right before this, and they're still funny as hell.
Yeah, I watched them for the first time, and they're fantastic. It's iconic. Like, he's a comedian.
Nah, you honestly stole the words out of my mouth. I was like, he is a comedian. Like, I remember me and TJ would watch that on YouTube like all summer, and this dude, this is Tim Duncan. Like, he just ordering ice cream. Like, and it's like, who can have this much fun at an All-Star Weekend outside of Dwight Howard? Like, and just bring like the joy and fun. Like, yeah, we're here. Oh, we could be on vacation, whatever. But like the show, like we're still here to enjoy. Put the Superman show on. Did this, like carried an All-Star Weekend. So iconic for sure.
You know, looking at the tiers, I think we got a pretty good list here. Anything we want to look at while we have it? Anything you'd change? Anything come to mind?
I think we did a great job. I think everyone has some not great moments in their career, and that first Lakers stint just was not for him. And then, like, to showcase, like, Dwight Howard was overlooked for the top 75 list. This guy was a defensive juggernaut, like the funniest player in the court, but he always had a good time. I think our list shows that. I think Dwight Howard is an underrated player.
But as always, let us know in the comments what we got wrong. Let us know any moments that we might have forgot. I could do a better job filling these tiers out. Dwight's full of them, as are all the players we've listed. But boys, this is fun. Anything you'd like to add before we hop off here?
Yeah. If you got any players you want us to do, please drop them in the comments. Your favorite player, favorite college player. We don't care. NFL, like find a sport. We don't care. We'll watch any highlights they got, but comment a player that you want us to do next.
Heard it here first. We are done. Till next time, see you. Like, subscribe, do all the things again. Every subscription, every like, it goes a long way. And catch you in the next one.